I'm going to get the cargo drones. What's going on with the ladders? What are you doing, buddy? It's just a ladder. It's just a ladder. It's just stairs. It's not even a ladder. It's stairs. G'day people, I'm Monsterdad. Welcome back to Space Engineers Single Player Survival. So today, as you can see behind me, I've finished a few things. And speaking of finishing a few things, oops, pressed the wrong button then, didn't I? There we go. As you can tell by the title, what we're going to do today is finalise Season 1. Now don't despair, I can hear all the shouts of dismay already. I'm sure. It's just going to be probably about a 2-week break whilst I gather my thoughts, check out a few mods for Season 2, because Season 2 will begin in space, because today the goal is to refit the constructor, which I think is parked down there somewhere, just there, for space travel, or to get us into space. Because the reason I want to take the constructor is it's a constructor and it's going to have all our building materials inside it. There's a cargo box already connected to it, and it seems like the perfect thing to take up. So I'm going to refit with some hydrogen thrusters as well, and just make it so that we can get up to space and then fly around in space to get to the point, because I'd already marked a point on an asteroid which is almost directly above us, I think it's about 55 kilometers. Oh, there's drone number 1. I don't know if you can see that, just heading back. I wish it was daytime, you could see it. So I've programmed all the drills and all the drones now, so all the drones, and I've added some navigation lights on them as well, so all the drones. That's weird. They've all synchronized. I went across and added a navigation light, put it onto a green light with blink with 2-second intervals. But I did it sort of one after the other. There was no real timing involved, but they've all synchronized. Isn't that weird? I've put some red blinking lights on the ice drills, but you can't see that from here. But we'll take a fly over later once they're all operational and we'll have a look. So really what's left to do on the base is set these off and get the base fully operational. Now ice drill 1 is empty, and the remaining ice from the ice cargo drone 1 is still emptying the remaining ice from ice drill 1, which isn't functional anymore. That's finished. So the processing center down there is actually active now and is processing. So what I want to do first is give you a quick tour of the base. The outside, it looks pretty good, I think. Inside is still pretty bare. I don't have a lot of furniture mods or anything with me on this series, so I probably need to get some of those. Pretty much all I had was like a kitchen mod, so I managed to put a few tables just here so people can have their break from work and go down and refresh with a cup of joe. So this is the finished control center here. I just couldn't find blocks that I could put here to raise my view up slightly, so I guess we'll have to jump. So we can access the whole base from here, which is pretty cool. There's nothing particularly set up anywhere, just access it and we're into the systems. We can go to remote access for everything. So we'll set off all the cargo drones from here a little bit later. So let me give you a quick tour. So the control center, I'll tell you one thing I did not do is put all the LCDs on here, but I'll probably do that at some point. We'll pop down back here anyway every now and then, just to make sure everything's operational, everything's still working and functioning well. Put a couple of armor lockers in here. I had loads of spare weapons. I can't remember where I got them all from. I think it was from the crash ships that we took apart. So I'll put a couple of weapon lockers here, one either side. It's a command and control center. It's probably good to have a few weapons around. I didn't put any ammunition in the drawers. let's stick... Oh, how do we... That's 10. That's it. You Alt right click to set a certain amount. Let's stick half the ammo in there. Why not? Why not? Let's get those back in the right position. Otherwise that's going to annoy me. My paint guns, I think they wear out. Because mine seem to have disappeared. Strange. So I decided on red lighting in the control center. I felt that was appropriate. I'll take you down to there at the moment. That's the mess hall. So from here, these windows, we have a pretty good view around the base. There's the bunker up on the hill. I didn't put those other 2 bunkers in. I just didn't have time to do it. It took a long time to program all of the drones and all of the ice drills and to finish this. So I didn't really have time to build those. Windows are the wrong way around. I didn't have time to build those other 2 bunkers, and we haven't had to use them anyway, so oh hum. Yes, not a lot of decor in here, but very functional. So let's head down. So I enclosed all of this. Just stuck a sign, command and control up there, mess hall that way, which we'll go to now. Again, a lot of big open rooms now, so that, you know, there's a lot of space to work with if we wish to decorate. Out here, just put a little balcony, because there was a space here, and I thought, well, might as well use it. There's cargo drone 1 just lifting off after delivering some ice. I'll talk about the cargo drones in a minute and a mishap with cargo drone 2. I'll give a complete tour of the base for those people who maybe are joining the season late and haven't seen the other things that we've built. Again, that kitchen mod, we had a few kitchen stuff, so I put in a little kitchen area here, a couple of tables. This could be like the mess hall where people come and have their lunch. Again, nice little views from around here. I wish it was daytime. We could have much better views. It'll be daytime at some point today, so we can come and have a look at the views. Then I'll take you down to the process facility in a moment. So might as well shut the doors behind us. I bet there's a mod out there that automatically opens and shuts doors. Oh, mind you, we could put a sensor, couldn't we, if we needed to do that. So enclosed all of this area. The med bay's always been here, hasn't it? So this area is a big usable area that we could turn into some kind of accommodation if we wish to. I've just put a couple of exit doors either side. I've closed off the hole below here. Park tower, tunnel rat there. I'll just take you through the inside first, then we'll have a look at the outside. So nothing's changed in the factory. I had to go mine a load of silver. I've been making components ready to go up to space, and I ran out of resources again, so I had to do a bit of mining between episodes as well. So we're all good there. There should be enough hydrogen in there to fill a hydrogen tank when we refit the constructor. So yeah, I'll be making components which we'll have to transfer to the constructor before we go. So I still have all my LCDs in here. So this room, the control chair and the LCDs in here are pretty obsolete now. They need to be shifted to the command and control center. This can just be a battery and programming room purely now. So we still have the hangar bay here with our original I nearly said HV. I've got Imperium on my mind. With our original rover. So let's head out this way. So nothing has changed on the front or sides. Our solar panels still rotate towards the sun in the daytime, which is great. That mod is brilliant. Thank you, Vizzy, for that. So from the outside, I think it's looking pretty cool, actually. I'm quite liking the shape of it. And it's similar kind of shape that we had with the processing center, so I think it works. And rather than filling all these walls, I decided to put these struts here, and I think it just has a better feel to it and a better look to it than just solid walls. Plus less resources as well. I mean, this is relatively cheap to build, a big structure like this, because it's mainly just steel plate. Apart from the windows, which uses a bit of silicon, it is really cheap to build something this big, as long as you've got access to plenty of iron. And we had almost 100,000 steel plate from the ships and the bases we took apart, so it was never really a problem. Yeah, so surprisingly easy to build. Let's take a run over this way to the processing facility. Okay, so nothing's changed on the outside of the processing facility. Still the same. I have put LCDs at all of the cargo points, cargo drop-off points, and numbered them. Didn't need to be done. I just felt it was something that should be done. So here's a little control center for the processing facility. So let me hide all the empty ones at the moment. So we do have, a ton of ice already in the system being processed just from what was left in Ice Drill 1 and Cargo Drone 1, bringing that in. Wow, a lot. Hundreds of thousands already of units of ice, all being processed into liquid hydrogen for our modded engines that we'll be using when we're in space. And I'm going to put one of those, or should I put one of those engines on? Probably don't need to on the constructor when we do that. So the processing, another brilliant mod, this ladder mod, simple but brilliant. And also with Schaustel's catwalks, another simple brilliant mod. So on this side we have all our hydrogen gas storage. On this side we have all our liquid hydrogen storage. And then these are all our processors, conveyor systems and sorter systems set up so it drags, so ice doesn't go past the point down there, only liquid hydrogen and hydrogen gas comes out. And this one's full already. These are full already. Let's hydrogen tanks. Holy schmoly, I didn't think those hydrogen tanks would fill up so quickly. The reason for the hydrogen gas is the cargo drone that will have planet to orbit will be powered by hydrogen gas, so that when it lands and picks up the liquid hydrogen for the fuel for the space base, it will fill up its hydrogen tanks for its own fuel as well. I had no idea they would fill up so quickly just with one cargo drone coming in. So this is all our storage for our ice. So we've got a lot of storage for ice because I expect a lot of ice to be coming through. And this goes all the way around, and the ice comes in from up there somewhere. So this is our liquid hydrogen and hydrogen gas processing facility, which is, quite frankly, the main purpose of this base. And it will continue to run and function when we're in space, because we'll be using none of this is wasted. This will all be used in space because all the liquid hydrogen will be coming up for fuel for us up there. And then we have, some of you will recall, an observation deck up here. We don't get a good view of all of the cargo points. Oh, I think actually, yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah, it's only number 2 that's sort of hidden, but that's not a problem at the moment, as you'll see soon. So there's all our drones there, ready. That sounded like Cargo 1 drone just landed. Oh, that's good timing. So that should wait. That sit there for 14 seconds. Its ice will get sucked out through sorter, and then off it will go again. Off on its merry way over to ice drill 1 to continue emptying the ice from there. The ice drills, all automated, they will dig up, I think we calculated, around about 10 million units of ice each. And there's another 7 ice drills there. Yeah, way more ice than we will ever use. So there's a control panel here that we can use for stuff around the facility, for the processing facility if we need to. Let's head, just jump. And then through here is our drone construction bay. So the drones are manufactured via blueprint. Let me turn the projector on. That's not showing up because I've got the things toggled off, haven't I? So let's turn that on. So these are our cargo drones. So if we ever need to replace any, we can just do that and build them. What I do need to add to this is a cargo container with all the materials required to build drones, and a nanobot build and repair system in here, because we were building them via the constructor ship that was just parked out here. But that won't be here anymore because that will be in space with us. So that's something that would need to be added. But we could add that when we need to replace, or if we need to replace any drones. So we just build a block there which connects that blueprint, and then that blueprint will get built by the nanobot build and repair systems. So let's turn the blueprint off, and then once they're built, they're built with the engines on, because there's a battery on it as well, so it will power the engines. Then we just fly them out through the hangar roof and then get them configured. Yeah, and that worked really well, that. And I think there might be some. I did put a load of uranium in here. Oh, I think we used it all because I put 50 uranium in each of the drones, so they should last quite a while. Cargo 1 drone has been going for a very, very long time, and it's used about half of its fuel so far. Eventually they will run out of fuel and just drop like a stone, and then I guess what we'll do is just replace them, salvage their bits and replace them. Okay, it's getting daylight now, which is great. Okay, so they're all programmed. There goes Cargo 1 drone again. Perfect timing again. So what I've done with these is I've set... Oh yeah, that's what's left of Cargo drone 2. I'm hoping I know what the error was and it's not repeated with the rest of them. What I did is the connector on the cargo drones I've named specifically for the cargo drones. So this connector in here is called Ice Drill Cargo 03, you know, and then so on and so forth, numbered. I don't think I renamed this one, and I think it shared the same name as Cargo Drone 1, because Cargo Drone 1 was the original blueprint. And I think what happened is because I came into the game and they were both pretty much stuck on these connectors, both of them. And when I tried to release them, Cargo Drone 1 shot up into the sky, and I managed to catch it at about 3,500 meters. And brought it back down, get it back onto autopilot, and it seems to be good as gold now. Cargo Drone 2 had a very different end to its life. It span out of control here and smashed on the ground. Now I'm really hoping that's what the issue was, and it's not something to do with logging out the game and logging back in again. I guess we'll find out. Because I've never operated multiple cargo drones, multiple automated drones on autopilot before, so I don't know how the game's actually going to handle that. So we're going to find that out. If it doesn't work, well, if it doesn't work, we can still produce way more liquid hydrogen than we need with one of these ice drills. The reason I did loads of them because I wanted multiple automated drones flying to and from the drills, because it will look cool. You know what I mean? It will look cool. Yeah, so that's a quick tour of the base. So the waypoints I've set in, I've set a waypoint on the actual connector. I've set a waypoint about 6 or 7 meters above it and a waypoint about 50 meters above it. So when it comes in on precision mode, it will stop at 50, it will come down at 20 kilometers an hour and stop at about 5. And the reason for that is to slow it down and kill off its speed. And then when it speeds up again to land at that next waypoint, it will be slow enough that it's not going to cause any damage, even when it's heavily laden with ice. And the same thing on the other end as well. Because you can't change speed, as far as I know, on autopilot. Once you set a speed, that's the speed it goes at. So if I just did a waypoint up here, it would come crashing down and just smash the connectors and smash the actual drone. So it's the only way I could get to work out how to slow a drone down when it comes into park. But it works. I mean, so that's good news. Good news indeed. Whoop! Okay. So what I'm going to do now is head up to the control center and get Cargo Drone 3 up and running, just so I can show you, and Ice Drill 3, because they're not active at the moment. I'm going to get the cargo drones. What's going on with the ladders? What are you doing, buddy? It's just a ladder. It's just a ladder. It's just stairs. It's not even a ladder. It's stairs. I'm going to set off the cargo drone, and then I'll set off the drills afterwards. So I want all the cargo drones flying before the drills start. So I shall prepare that, and I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, welcome back. And I apologise now, by the way. This might be a bit of a longer episode because there's a ton of stuff we need to do in this episode, including getting all these going. So let's set off cargo drone number 2. So let's go into remote. Cargo 3. Cargo 2 is a goner. So we're heading to the terminal. Everything's been set up. If I have a look at the remote. So all the waypoints have been set up. I had to fly each one individually to all the waypoints, so it did take a long time to do it. So we should just be able to put this onto autopilot and it should head off on its merry way. I do need to put the thrusters on first though. So thrusters on. Autopilot on. Now its waypoint is showing up, its next waypoint. So what we should see now is number 3 heading off. So where is it? Oh, it's landed on its connector at the moment. So it should stay there for 14 seconds. There it goes. So that seems to be working. Let's activate Ice Drill number 3 so you can see how I'm going to do that. So Ice Drill 3. So with this one, a few things I need to do with this one. I turn on the drills and they will start whirring and burring. I need to turn on the rotor, which is set at a certain speed. All the timers are set up. So I just need to activate timer 1. So the drills are burning and turning. It should be spinning. Now if I start off timer 1, start now, that will trigger the rest of the timers, which will start lowering the drills. So what I want to do is head over there and make sure those two things, the cargo drone and the drill, are operational. Once I've confirmed that that's all working, I'm going to cut and set up the rest of them. What we'll do is we'll fly over in the tunnel rat, because why not? I didn't set up the landing gear for this one. Switch lock. There we go. 3. Boom. Okay. Alright, have to be careful. Oh wow, that's... There we go. Have to be careful not to crash into any of the drones. So what I'm going to do is get over behind the ice drills. So this really, between the ice drills and those cargo, those connectors over there, is a no-fly zone. So we've just set off drill number 3. Is the... Oh, I didn't take the lock off the rotor. Okay. Good job we checked it. Okay, let's do that now. Shift K. Remote access. Ice drill 3. Into the terminal. Yeah, I had the rotor lock on all of them. That should now start spinning. So let's go and have a look at that. Okay. So the way this is set up, they'll drop down ever so slightly every 3 minutes, which should be enough time for these drills to get all the way around. So what we want to see is cargo drone 3 coming in. Still got some GPS markers on that I don't want on. Full beans. Okay. Okay, where's cargo drone 3? So many signals, I can't see where it is. Okay, I think it's just coming in or just going out. Oh, it's just going back out again. Did it land? I'm not sure. Okay, it shouldn't be long before it comes back again anyway. Oh, right, the timing's off on those. Why is the timing off on those now? Let's turn off the rotor and lock it. Let's turn off the drills and let's turn off timer blocks. Off. Okay. So what's gone wrong there then? So they've started descending again before they got all the way around. I wonder... Oh, I've got 6 drills on that one. Well, here comes drone 3. Let's see if drone 3 lands okay. And then I'm going to head over there to ice drill 1, which was our original drill. I'm fairly certain I set it up identically for each of them. Right, is this going to land okay? That's the question. See, if I hadn't slowed it down here, that would have just smashed to a million pieces. Okay, is it locked? No. Why is its connector off? What's going on? Really difficult to catch when they're on the move. Oh, it's damaged. So it's come down too fast at some point and it's damaged its connector. What speed have we got set for this? 20. Can I change that? Oh! I'm going to have to slow down the cargo drones then. And fix that connector. That's strange because Cargo Drone 1 has been operating for a long time and there's been no problem at all with that. We'll see when Cargo Drone 1 comes in, see if that has a problem with its connector. So at the moment what I want to do is access a terminal on here. Right. So let's look at the timer blocks. Timer block 3 is the key one. Yeah, it's set for 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes it starts the whole process again with the 3 timers. So its rotor, what speed is it set? 0.4 RPM. I wonder what's changed then. I wonder what has changed. Where is Cargo Drone 1? I want to see if that has been damaged as well. Why is Cargo Drone 1 not flying? Autopilot's still on. Oh yeah, it's coming up with a waypoint. But it's not moving. Yeah, Cargo Drone 1 seems to be stuck on the connector over there again. Cargo Drone 3 is just landing. So it looks like the same problems happened again with Cargo Drone 1. Once I started off a second cargo drone, it's got itself stuck. Okay, do you know what? going to split this episode into 2 parts, I think. I need to figure out what's going on with the ice drills, why the timing, even though the timing is... Oh, I don't need to go over there, do I? So look, even though the timing, ice drill 3, terminal, timer 3, set for 3 minutes. Time block 2, set for 10 seconds, which is correct. It's exactly the same settings as this ice drill, yet it isn't getting all the way around again. Okay, I'll just have to change the timing on timer 3, that's all. Should be an easy fix. I'll need to change it on all of them though. Okay, well, I'm going to have to end this episode here and do a little bit of work. Try and figure out why cargo drone 1 keeps getting stuck on that connector as soon as I start another cargo drone. Let's head over there, have a quick peek, and then we'll call it an episode. Oh, is that... No, it's not damage, is it? It's just the effects from the engines. Let's turn off the engines. Oop. Yeah, everything's fine, but that's what happened last time. It turned yellow as if it's been released rather than green as connected, and it's trying to lift off, but it just won't disconnect. But it only happens when I activate a second drone. But with the last one, drone 2 got stuck there as well. Do you know what? This one's probably not getting stuck because the connector's broken. But it is... Oh no. Oh, it did take some damage, didn't it? The biggest problem I found is trying to take control of the drone again now. If I turn off the connector, it just shoots off up into trying to get into space, or it just spins madly out of control. So there's obviously some kind of bug there, but at the moment it's sitting wasting fuel. See, I can't, because it's on autopilot, I can't even get in to turn the engines off and then take control of it. I need to turn the autopilot off first. When I turn the autopilot off, it seems to go absolutely crazy. Okay, well, alright, I'm going to have to look into that off camera. It didn't quite work out. The next episode, I'm going to figure all this out. And the next episode, we're going to have all of these drones working, touch wood, all of the ice drills burning and turning at the correct speed. I don't know why that's not going all the way around now. It's set up exactly the same as ice drill 1, exactly the same timings, yet the drills are not turning all the way around before they go dig down again. And the reason if that's a problem, because the drills will just break because they'll be too deep and they'll be pushing against the side of the ice as the rotor tries to spin the whole thing round. Okay, so next episode, the key objective will be to refit the constructor ship. I also need a place to park Bumbles on the constructor ship when we get it up, because I'll be using Bumbles as a shuttle craft between space and the base. Anytime I need to come down to check things out, I can just come down in Bumbles, because we know that's a pretty efficient little ship from planet to space. Yeah, and then we'll be good. Okay, right, well, thank you for that, coming along on that one. It was a bit of a fail to some extent. some success, some failures. I think the base is coming along really well. The outside of the base, I would say, is finished now. The inside of the base needs a bit of touch up here and there, but yeah, it's looking good. It's functional. The processing center is processing. That's one of the key factors. Cool beans. And I wonder if there's a bug with multiple drones operating at the same time on autopilot. If there is, what we would have to do is just have one drone each time emptying from the ice drills. Once that's finished emptying, we'll come back down, check it the base every now and then, and just stop that drone and then kick off the next one. We'll still get all the ice we need. It will just mean we need to come back down to the planet occasionally just to change the drones. But not what I wanted. I want multiple drones flying through the air at once. That's what I want, because it will look cool, you know, and it's all about looking cool, isn't it? So, cool beans, as they say. Okay, thanks very much. Please press that like button if you enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. I'm Monsterdad, and I'll see you in the next episode, when we will end Season 1 and head up to space to start Season 2. Later! Woohoo!